Well, hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to this channel. My name is Edoggz, and in this video, we're going to be focusing on the Beastwars D-12 G2 Megatron made by Takara. This character came from a series called Beastwars Second, which is only available in Japanese. It's still not has been translated into English for some odd reason. Don't ask me, ask Takara and Hasbro about it. But we're going to focus on this piece, and we're going to take a look at the box first. So this is the original box, and it has Beastwars there. We have D12. I'm not exactly sure what that says there. We have G2 Megatron on this side. Beastwars Second over here in the corner. And then on this side, we have G2 Megatron in his robot mode and his tank mode. On the back of the box, we have this nice gallery of the Maximals and the Beastrons fighting in the back. And all of this stuff I can't seem to read, but we got these two guys here. On this side, we have the gimmick. We have some projectiles to go with the gimmick. And then underneath, we have this, which we're going to focus on a little later in the video. So these are all the characters that appeared in the show. I never seen this mat in real life, but it comes with this mat and this volcano type of deal to kind of give it like a jungle presence. And there you go for that. Now the transformation is pretty simple, but before we do that, this is based on the vehicle is based on the U.S. Army M1A2 battle tank. It was put into service in 1980, during which time a number of 10,000 were built. So there's a whole bunch of these things rolling around. So this is what it looks from the side. The silver is a little bit fading off the wheels, but I'm fine with that. It's been around for a while. It's in good nick, as they say. Same thing on the other side. A little bit of fading here. We have the Beastron. If I could get it into focus. Right there. And it's on both sides. Very nice. Now this is when they started making Transformers really bulky, but I don't mind this for this particular character. So here it is from the back. It doesn't have anything like tail lights or anything like that. We have the purple main gun, which we'll get into in a second. It takes batteries, but I never put it in there, so don't ask me what it does. And yeah, you know, it is what it is. Now the forward gun in real life is 32 feet in length. The turret does not move, unfortunately. It's just one is stuck in place. However, it kind of makes up for it by the elevation of the cannon, and this is all right. This is fine. This is fine by me. The gimmick here, you open up this clasp here and you load your projectiles in there. I do have the projectiles there in the box, but I don't feel like losing them. So you put those in there, you pull this thing back, and it shoots the projectiles through the other side. So there you go. It weighs about maybe 60 tons, and it holds 4 crew members. The main armament, which is the main gun, there's 3 different versions of this tank pretty much, and this one says big stick on there. So the M1 version is 105 millimeter L52 rifled gun. There's an M1A1 which 120 millimeter L44 gun, and last but not least for this particular vehicle, it's an M1A2 120 millimeter gun. So 2 guns, 2 tanks share the same main gun. While the first one, I believe it's just smaller in size. That's all it is. Now, the second armament is this weapon right here. Now, this could be anything, but I believe it could be a 50 caliber M2 HB heavy machine gun here, or you have your choice of putting two M240 machine guns on the top. So you can do one or the other. I'm not exactly sure. You can put, you know, on the other side. I think there's a person here and there's a person manning a gun there. Sometimes some tanks will have two positions for guns on the top, and they would just swing this. They would just rotate the turret around just to see what's around the corner and stuff like that. So now the top speed on the road would be somewhere between 40 miles per hour to 45 miles per hour. And off-road, it's somewhere between 25 to 30. So you're losing a lot. So there you go. Just a little bit of information. Now we're going to do some scales here. We're going to do some comparisons here. So I decided to bring Inferno. Got a fire truck versus tank. This might be not accurate, but it is what it is. And then what could be accurate, maybe streaks. That could be accurate. Now, when these guys are on the road, I do believe they take up 1.5 of the road. I'm guessing. Some tanks are designed to fit on the road, but I do believe this takes 1.5. If it's not gonna fit on a single street. Let's put it that way. But yeah, so there you have that. Kind of give you kind of comparison there. Now, if you like, what is it? Fast and the Furious, there's that one scene where this tank was running down the highway. Kind of a deal. So there you go. And to give you one more, before we go into transportation, or transformation, I should say, you have the Siege version, which is, I want to say it's an update version. It's a totally different version, but this came from here. And the only thing that outdoes it is the turret swings around 360 degrees. The bad thing about it, the feet are sticking out the back. So you gotta take the good with the bad. So there you go. From the side. Here it is. From this side, stand them up. Much bigger. And that's from that side. Now, let's say you're not into tanks. Well, guess what? We could bring it in Blackout. I believe Blackout is a leader class figure. And normally these two guys are on my coffee table, or this table in particular, during Veterans Day or 4th of July Day. I just have them sitting out there to pay, you know, my homage or honor to the military out there, you know, giving them a little bit of shout out. Now, this side note, there is a new one. I think his name is Garandor or something, I believe, like that, and it comes with Ravage. We'll get to that as soon as I get my hands on one. But yeah, you can tell like by the size of this why I have them both out at the same time. It's just, you know, it's make them more noticeable, more eye-catching. Right, so you have that. Now, it also comes with this booklet. We'll do the booklet last. So, yeah. So we're gonna get into transformation. It's pretty simple. And what you wanna do is you wanna break the back half down like so. You just leave it like that. You wanna get into these two panels. Just open these panels like so. Open this panel like so. Pretty simple, like that. And you want to flip these back, like that. And these two tabs here, you go into the knees, there and there, and they lock into place. Like so. Go back here, you can close this up. Since we're down here, we bring the feet out. Very small feet. I think the only other big character I can think of is, what was his name? Rampage from Beastwars. He had small feet, very small feet. Big, had the big chest with very small feet. So from right now, we're going to take this piece, we're going to bring it over these two slots, and these things are going to clip in. There's a clip here, and there's a clip here, and they're going to go into these two sides right there. Like that. Now for the upper part, very simple. You grab the arms, they're on the side. Grab it here, bring that out like that. Bring this out like that. Swing them down, swing that down. At the elbow, just turn this around like so. Turn that around like so. You can take this gun off, by the way. You're almost there. Now there is a secondary gimmick. You just move this across and his head pops up. And there you have your G2 Megatron. You can take his weapon here. You can stick it in either hand, doesn't matter. I normally put it in the opposite of whatever's on the shoulder. Now the peg is not that long, which is kind of cheap, if you will. You could have made that a little longer or a little bigger, but it will fit in there. And there you go. Now in the series Beastwars Second, he was in the same universe as his older brother, which turned out to be Galvatron, and he kind of put him like in a deep coma or some nonsense, so he can run the Destrons his way. So we're going to do another comparison real quick before we go into articulation. Matter of fact, let's do articulation first. It's not very much. So you can get 360 degrees on the arm. However, the elbow, you have to slip this through this little thing right here to get the 90 degrees at the elbow. Maybe they didn't think of an extension. You know how you just pull it down just a little bit, just give them more room there. Same thing on the other side. There's no articulation where it goes up and down like the newer figures or anything like that. There's no waist articulation. It's all solid piece. You can call it a brick if you want. There's no knees. There's no nothing. There's no. It is what it is. Just from the back. So yeah, I still like it. I still like it. Now the head is in place. I believe it's either screwed down or maybe it's pegged into place or something. Not exactly sure, but it doesn't move left or right or anything like that. So there you go. There's his face. Kind of got like this Lone Ranger mask kind of deal on his face. But yeah, I still like this figure even though it's blocky. We do need some stickers here to kind of break this up a little bit. But yeah, let's get some comparisons in there. And of course, we're going to bring in Thundercracker. Why? Because he's in the same show, but he's just a different type of jet. I got that going on. And then we're going to put somebody random. We're going to bring in Hot Rod. There's another one that's probably the tallest of them all. Let's bring that back. Last but not least, let's bring in Shockwave, because he has nothing to do with the series. He doesn't even appear in the series. That's how sad it is. So he would be the shortest, and he would be like up here on the top of the tank somewhere, like that. So you have those three to take a look at. There you go. Now, I'm going to transform one more thing, and that is this. This is the updated version. But before we get to this, let's pay homage to the 2011, or maybe it's 2012, Generations Blazitron, which is the more updated version of this particular tank. The character came from the comic books, and he was the leader up until Megatron challenged him for the control of the Decepticons at the time. And when he lost, he was going to just, do away with him, but Blazitron escaped. So there you go for that little bit of story. And later on down the road, Takara made a G2 version of this, which is the GDO version, which stands for Global Development Organization. And again, a much better figure. The turret works. I don't think the gun had any type of elevation or up and down, but I take the turret, just to throw it in there. So you have these two, and then there's this. This is the newer version of it. So I'm just gonna go quickly through it to give you a size comparison. Do away with that. Bring that leg. Bring these up. Bring that in. Bring the heels out. Same thing on this side. Bring the heel up real quick and pop it off. Wouldn't you know it? Not sure why this one doesn't want to turn for me. Here we go. Okay, we're gonna unpeg this. We're gonna undo this piece right here. Turn this around. And we're going to bring these two pieces back. Move this piece forward. Like so. Now it seems like that is the wrong piece, it seems. Let me just turn that around. There we go, that's much better. Puts into place. I'm gonna bring these back. Bring those in. There we go. Turn at the waist. Get the arms, hands. I could leave this on here and decide. Sometimes it did appear on the wrong arm, but that wouldn't be right. It's supposed to be on this side. And there you go. Give you a comparison of that in a second. And there you go. Now the only thing that's missing is this weapon right here. I don't put this on there, but you use it as a staff, you use it as a sword. Not exactly sure why we got this thing, but let's put it this way. So you got. So there you go. So you got it from the front. And then we got it from the side. Let's see the more updated version on this side. And then you're gonna have the backpack. And then we have this side. So yeah, there you have it. So let me just bring all of these guys in so we can conclude this video. And let's put him on that side. Oops. Come on, man. Work with me. Work with me. So yeah, there you go. You have your scaling right there. Now, if you enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up. You can give it a thumbs down. You can comment in the comment section. I do respond to anyone and all people. Doesn't matter. You got it. Down there. As for my next video, we're gonna do Blackout as soon as I get a hold of one. Get a hold of the newer one, the grander one. And I also want to ask, if that's the case, we're getting new repaints of characters from the movie. Why haven't we gotten a repaint for Bone Crusher, which was the tank that appeared in the first movie, into Brawn? I should say Brawl. I always get the names mixed up. Brawl should be a repaint. They should do it. That's my opinion. So give it a thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel. And we will have another video up later on today. So if you stick around for that, I will greatly appreciate it. So thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. One more thing, let me just add this booklet. This is the booklet of all the figures on here. Just bring this out. you can pause to read this if you can read it. And these are all of the figures. And these two in the United States were very late in the game. I think it was like late 2000 or something like that, late 90s, early 2000s when they released these, somewhere around there. I know it was like late 90s or something. I want to put a like a big range, so it's somewhere between late 90s and 2000 they released these two guys that never appeared in the show. But anyway, we have the Seacons, which they have the newer versions of them now. We have these other guys, I don't remember their names, but some of them I do. Again, there's another one that came out very late in the game. Briefly, just running through it. So you have all the good guys on this side. We have Lion Convoy. You have Galvatron that had a triple changer mode kind of thing. We have Thundercracker. This was either Acid Storm or Sun. No, this is Sunstorm. This is Sunstorm. We had Starscream and BB. Can't remember these other guys. But this right here is the most sought after piece. I still can't find it anywhere. And then you have Trypticon, which somehow he's a part of it, but he doesn't show up in this show, to my knowledge. So yeah, thank you for letting me add this in there. And again, hope you enjoy the show.